Hi guys, so I'm here with another pick a card reading today. Feeling very good, balanced. It's a good day to pull in that energy and maybe give some people some insight. So I have three piles here. Pile one is the crow feather. See that? So if you're drawn to pile one is the crow feather. Pile two is the mallard feather, a duck feather. Pile three, see this? This is a piece of a root or stick that came from Ireland. This came all the way from Ireland. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'll give you a moment to decide which one you want, and then we'll get started. All right, pile one. Let's get rolling. I'm going to mark the time on this. Okay, let's see what your person is all about, shall we? So I thought it'd be interesting to pull just one card to find out who is your person, okay? We have the Six of Swords. So this could be an air sign. Could be a Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Wow, my brain just completely went boop. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So this is somebody who's dealt with a lot of stuff in their life. It's a six of swords. So 6 could be significant to somebody. Somebody's birthday could be on the 6th. This could be somebody who was just recently moved. I'm getting that weird feeling about that. Also, too, you could have met this person at the beach, or you guys may have a connection that has to do with the beach. But they've gone through a lot of trials and tribulations. I feel like they're currently in some sort of transition right now. But it's a good transition. They're moving forward with their life. And yeah, I am hearing the word transition. Interesting. So they're showing me an image of some dice. Like maybe you guys play dice. Like maybe there's a dice game. They're showing me that. They're also showing me Mancala, of all things. You know, that wooden tray with the stones. So they're showing me that. Somebody painting. So somebody could be an artist. I'm also seeing somebody turn up the volume on an old school stereo system. It says Sony. So this could be, if you're somebody who's a little older, like my age or so, the Sony stereos, I mean, those were a big deal, right? The record players, actually being shown a record player. So music could be significant to this person. They could be a little older than you, or you who are watching are maybe from that era. So that is your person. So let's look at the overall connection, okay? The energy of the overall connection. Family. Can you see that? So generally my readings too are for people who I don't usually pick up on people who are in marriages and whatnot, but I actually feel like this may be it. Right now I'm just letting anything come in. So you guys could have a long-term relationship with this person. You guys could have kids together. You don't necessarily have to be married. I do feel like families do know each other. So that's why I'm saying long-term connection. But you two do feel like family. I also feel like there could be a difficulty with other family members, maybe not accepting the connection. And that could be part of the Six of Swords thing, right? Where this person had to kind of move on and move away. But yeah, the overall connection is a sense of family. I am also feeling a sense of solidarity, a sense of wanting to create within this dynamic. So that's beautiful. And then what it is that they love about you. Wow. Okay. See the signs, card number 38, which breaks down to 11. So see the signs. So you could be somebody who holds a lot of magic within them, someone who's very connected to the earth, someone who's spiritual. They love, I'm getting that they love that you appreciate nature, you appreciate animals. I'm hearing you have a soft spot for animals, for children, which could coincide with the family card. Wolves or lions could be significant to you. There's also a dove here. I'm also looking at the looks like Mars. So somebody could be in Aries. I'm looking at this butterfly and look at these purple feathers. It's funny, reminds me of crow feathers. So if you would pick pile 1 with a crow feather, that could have some significance to you. I'm also looking at this, do you see that right there? I can't think of the word of it, the name of that. Eye of Horus or something, that Egyptian symbol. So Egypt may be significant as well to somebody. But they love the fact that you understand that, I'm also hearing that you see that there's more to the world. You understand that every action, there's a reaction. I don't know, whoever picked pile 1, you guys feel very spiritual, very grounded, very loving, very caring, and this person loves that about you. They love the peace that they feel with you. There's a contentment. And there's also a sense that no matter what they do or where they go, they're always connected to you as well. That's actually really beautiful. You may be drawn to Asia, cultural, because I'm looking at this dragon. They're also showing me sushi. That may be significant for some people. But yeah, they love the fact that you're connected and that you can appreciate the magic that is around you. You embrace magic. I'm also getting a sense that you look at life with childlike wonder, like you're one of the people who will stop and say, oh my gosh, look at the moon, or oh my gosh, look at that sunset. You notice and appreciate the little things, and they really love that about you. So that's gorgeous. All right, so I want to look at past life lessons mastered between you and this other person, okay? So let's look at past life lessons mastered. This is my Memento Mori Oracle deck. Past life lessons mastered. Let's look at that, please. Past life lessons mastered for pile number 1, please. One more, please. Past life lessons mastered. So this could be a twin flame dynamic. The Divine Masculine card is popping out here. And it's funny, it's a black wolf. And we have a black wolf here and a black wolf here. So definitely black wolves are significant to you. Or your person. I'm hearing lone wolf. So past life lesson mastered. Divine Masculine, stable, protector, integrity, intelligent problem solver, allow yourself to feel. So in a past life, I do feel that the two of you, I feel like this person protected you. They're actually showing me a castle. You may be drawn to all things medieval, knights, things like that. They're showing me a Templar cross. You may be intrigued with the Templars, the history surrounding it. Friday the 13th might be a significant day for you and them. They're showing me someone laying on a battlefield with a spear through them. So you or they may have a fear, or it may have a birthmark on your torso from a past life wound. But you guys mastered that ability to act with integrity, to basically incorporate your masculinity, right? We all have masculine and feminine. So you guys mastered the masculine side of yourselves. You could have been two men in a life before. You could have been brothers. I mean, it's amazing, you know, what we do in each lives before. And you were not afraid of showing your feelings and your emotions. So you guys mastered that. And also stable. So I'm getting a real sense of there wasn't a lack. Like there was money, there was food. There was not that lack mentality. And you guys took action. So you guys have mastered that in a life before. And you guys also mastered health. Eat better, exercise, mental health, water intake, and listen to your body. So the two of you, if you've mastered these things, right, both of these, the masculine and the health, what that does in this life, this means that you have a solid foundation, okay, in this life. You're building on it. You always act with integrity. You're not afraid to show your feelings. You're not afraid to take action. You know, as a feminine, I know when I'm tapped into my masculine, right? I want to, you know, I kind of cuss a little more. I have a little swagger. I want to lift weights. I want to shoot a gun or, you know, whatever. But you feel it, right? And then the health side of it, you know, that's where the two of you are mentally healthy in this life. You don't have a problem keeping a routine of, you know, jogging or eating well or drinking water. So those are things that you've mastered in life before, which are helping you in this life now, right? So that's beautiful. So that's good stuff. You know what? I'm going to need these for the... So let's look at the lessons that you're learning in this life, okay? What are the lessons now? Because you mastered those, health and divine masculine. So let's see, what are you learning now in this life, the two of you? Now bear in mind, these lessons in this life, the two of you are helping each other, either triggering old wounds, showing each other the way, inspiring one another. There's a reason why we come together, right? To teach each other lessons. So what is the lessons in this life, please? That's interesting. Wow. Telling you, can't make this stuff up. So lessons you're learning in this life: death, endings, transformation, past life, death, date, rebirth, and new beginnings. Isn't that interesting? Didn't I say I saw somebody lying dead on a battlefield with a lance through them, right? So that lesson that you mastered in this life is helping you in this one, right? So you may face a lot of endings. You may face family members who pass away on a regular basis. The two of you may have gone through some transformation, divorce, reinventing yourselves, breakups, makeups kind of situation. There may be a real fear of dying. There may be certain times of the year where you can't explain it. You just feel really terrible and sad and you don't know why. That's because you're experiencing, your soul remembers, you know, those lives before. So this coincides with the lesson you learned before. You're taking that knowledge and moving it forward, okay? Awesome. And then remember the last life you guys have mastered health, right? So that's helping you in this life with the excess. Overindulgence, addiction, clearing toxic people, places, and things, and finding balance. So there's no excuses because you mastered it in the life before, both of you. So, this could be over drinking, hanging out with really shitty people. Um, um, and addiction could be anything, right? I mean, people think addiction immediately, they think drugs. No, addiction is being, not being motivated, procrastinating. Maybe you're addicted to um, spending money or working too hard. I mean, it could be any of those things. Excess, too much of a good thing is not a good thing, right? Is what this is in reference to. This could be spending too much time away from home, not spending enough time taking care of yourself, things like that, right? So these are the lessons that the two of you are helping each other with in this life, okay? It's so interesting how our lives before carry over. And the color of this, you see that's red, that's your root chakra. So eating red foods, wearing red, meditating, visualizing, white light going into that root, meditation. The root is, I mean, you can look that up, but, the root is the seat of where, our fears lie. And then excess is the orange, which would be your sacral chakra, which is your sexuality. So overindulgence could be giving yourself to too many people, or also to not, maybe having problems in that area as well. So you could eat orange foods, sweet potatoes, things like that. Eat oranges, meditate, hold orange crystals, like a tiger's eye is good for that. So those are the lessons you guys are teaching each other, helping with in this life, which I love. And then let's look at a message from your person. Why I'm kind of drawn to these today for this one. So let's look and see a message from your person. I'll pull a few cards on this, okay? Just because we can. Message from your person. What do they want you to know right now? Pile number one. Okay. Well, these just jumped right out. Okay, so I'm being guided to just... confidence. They want you to have more confidence. And that's crazy because that ties into the sacral and the root. Like maybe you aren't feeling confident enough. Maybe there's somebody who you feel is out doing stuff all the time, seeing other people. Maybe that's a bone of contention and you're not feeling confident in yourself. They want you to feel confident in yourself. Find that inner confidence. Also, too, don't be overconfident. So watch out for ego. I feel like there could be a clashing once in a while between the two of you. Beautiful, I'm hearing, but you're so beautiful. You don't know how beautiful you are. I feel like you, some of you here who pick pile one, you're a natural beauty, meaning you don't overdo it with the makeup or the fancy clothes, which coincides with what they love about you and seeing the signs. You understand the value of the simple things. There's a humbleness. And they want you to be confident in that because they really love that about you. That simplistic beauty that really can't be matched. It's not fake, it's not false. And butterflies, again, may be significant to somebody because there's butterflies in this card, and I'm looking at it here, blue butterflies. And this also coincides with transformation and birds. Happiness. You make them happy. They're happiest when they're with you. Even if you guys are arguing, I hear, even if it's like, even if they're kind of pissy, you make them happy. There's a happiness with this connection. And they're showing me a ray of sunshine, like you're a ray of sunshine to them. I love that. And prosperity. See, this, again, coincides with that other card, the past life lesson that you guys have mastered with the health and what was it here? prosperity, the Six of Swords, you know, the family being grounded. They feel an abundance with you, and the two of you might work together maybe, or maybe you met at work. There could have something to do with coins, money. I also am looking at these as flower petals too. So I don't know, maybe some of you got married and, you know, your colors were gold, white and gold. White and gold may be significant to the two of you. I'm drawn to this light in her hand, like, again, some of you may be healers, okay? I do tend to pick up on a lot of, you know, people who are looking at tarot readings and things are healers of some kind, looking for guidance. But I feel like you help heal this person with your touch, your joy, your connectedness to earth. I'm also hearing they want you to focus on your prosperity. Some of you may be unemployed, trying to find a job right now. I'm hearing don't give up. They want you to keep going. Go for it, I just heard. They're showing me a map, like an old ancient map. So some of you may, I'm hearing map drawing. Some of you may be map drawers or drawn to old maps. People like to collect old maps, or maybe you work with old documents, or maybe they do. But yeah, you bring prosperity into their life too, and they love that as well. That's beautiful. And then let's look at the last one here. I haven't used these in a long time. How do they see you? When they think of you and they look at you, how do they see you? What do they see? And they look at you, what do they see? What do they see, pile one? That's fast. Nobility. Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You're crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. That's what they see. So again, you know, there's a nobility to you. There's an assurance about you, though you may not feel confident. That's how they see you, okay? They see you as somebody who can do anything. You put your mind to something and you do it, but you do it in a... My cat just jumped up here. Alexander, get down. But you do it in like this, a quiet strength. I feel this, whoever your person is, they admire you very, very much. I feel it, like this warmth when I think about it. And they also see you as their mate. Okay, Alexander. You know, if you see the elk, here's the cow and the bull. And again, this kind of ties into that protection thing, the masculine, right? They feel like they want to protect you, like you're worth protecting, you're worthy. Not that you need it, but you kind of bring that out in them. They're showing me a field of wildflowers, like, you know, high mountain meadow. So maybe you guys do hiking or something. Some of you could even be elk hunters, possibly. I mean, that kind of ties into the whole masculine thing, right? I'm being shown an elk hide, so maybe some of you have an elk skin. That could be significant to some as well. But yeah, they see you as somebody who's incredibly powerful, but somebody who has a quiet power about them, which again is, you know, ties into the whole see the signs thing. It's really beautiful. So pile one, those are your messages, and I hope you liked that. So let's go ahead and go to pile number 2. Pile number 2 was the Drake duck feather. Let me write down the time stamp here for pile number 2. All right, so what we want to know is, who is your person? All right, let's take a look at who they may be. Pile number 2. All right, so we have a King of Wands. This is a mature, masculine, go-getter, sexy as F, flirtatious, handsome hunk of man flesh, or woman. King of Wands, that could be Aries, Leo, Sag, so fire sign, possibly. They may have that in their chart. But this is someone who is very charismatic, and they know it. But I do feel that there is a little bit of an arrogance with this one. Whoever you picked, whoever this is for you, pile 2. A little bit of arrogance here. I also feel like this person is a leader. This person could be in the military or was in the military, a veteran. I do feel this is an older, more mature person, someone who's seen a few things. I feel like this person hides a lot of pain. They're showing me a leather jacket. Interesting. And they're showing me almost like somebody who is getting dressed up in costume, like somebody who does recreations, like a, what do you call it? Like a Civil War. So this person may be very interested or into military history. They may be very drawn to weapons. They may be very drawn to Civil War specifically. They may have had family members who served in the Civil War. That's interesting. A lot of that's coming up here. I'm also drawn to the stag's head. So again, that may have some significance to somebody. Maybe a symbolism for someone there. Okay, and let's look at, so that's who your person is. Let's look at the overall energy of the connection. Oh, blessings. That's beautiful. So this connection feels very blessed, all right, the overall. This could be too where like you feel like maybe this is too good to be true. Like how did the two of you ever find each other? But the two of you, I feel like there's been a lot of past hurts, a lot of past trauma, and this is almost like, universe saying, through all of that chaos and pain and sadness and everything, here we go. We're blessing you. I do feel like this connection is blessed as well. I feel it's very connected in the higher realms. I feel this is long term. I'm hearing long term. This is, this connection feels very, very strong to me. Like no matter what, I feel like this may be your guys' last trip here too. Here, I mean Earth. I feel like you guys have mastered a lot. And also too with this here, this is holding each other's hearts. So the two of you hold each other's hearts very obviously and very significantly. I feel like the two of you are, when people are around you, they feel this connection. They know that this connection is there. There's no denying it. And what they love about you. Card number 34, which breaks down to a 7, reveal your truth. What they love about you. They love your scars. They love the fact that you are not afraid to be vulnerable with them. They love that you speak from your heart. You speak your truth. And I'm getting a little choked up right some of you who are watching this, you've been through a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, a lot of sadness. I feel like you've carried a lot of wounds from lives before with this person. Not that they've hurt you, but like I'm hearing unrequited. It's almost like this life is your reward. There's something about your hair too. I love your hair. Like maybe you have crazy hair, but you don't care, right? It's just, I feel like you're somebody who's, I am who I am, like it or lump it, right? Like another group here who just feels like, you know what? The first group was very humble, very, very sweet, you know, soft. This one feels just really kind of sassy, but not in an arrogant way either. They love about you the fact that you are who you are, and you aren't afraid to show that to them. You aren't afraid to show that to the world. And I'm also looking at, you know, if you see this heart right here, I don't hear you wear your heart on your sleeve, but you speak from your heart. You see the good in others. You know, like this is right here on your third eye, right? You trust your intuition, you trust your heart, and you see with your heart where so many don't, right? I feel like you are very unimpressed with material things. I don't feel like that impresses you at all. What impresses you is people, I'm hearing live by the golden rule. Yes. They love that about you. Your integrity. I'm also hearing too, they love about you your ability to sort of adapt to situations, adapt to the people around you. And I don't mean that in a bad way, like you're a copycat or anything, but you know the appropriate time and place for things. Like, you know when it's appropriate to stand your ground, you know when it's appropriate to set boundaries, you know when it's appropriate to be silly or sexy or... So again, a very, very mature energy here, and you may even have gray in your hair. Maybe you're a little self-conscious, but they love it. They love your age. I'm hearing also, like, aged gracefully, I'm hearing. And I'm seeing somebody like kind of blushing, like maybe they've even said that. Like you've aged like a fine wine, and now they're showing me Italy with like a plate with cheese and grapes and things and a blanket. So maybe you guys have spent some time in Italy. But yeah, they love that you aren't afraid to reveal your truth. That you're not afraid to take off that mask to show them who you really are. That's really beautiful. I love that. Okay, so let's look at past life lessons learned. Pile 2, past life lessons learned. The right side of my head is tingling really strongly. So past life lessons learned. 2 of you. Past life lessons learned. Planning, strategize, focus on goals, communicate clearly, hasty actions. Planning. You may be drawn to Native American culture as well. They may be. Wow. Yeah. Okay. You know, I wasn't drawn to the bottom of the deck in the last reading, but I am in this one. Overall, past life lessons that you've learned, and this is sacral chakra as well. Ego, pride, sense of power, bragging, self-destructive behavior, rage, need for adoration, and practicing humility. This absolutely ties into what it is they love about you, and again, it ties into that feeling I've got from the very beginning of this. That my nose is itching. I'm sorry. There is a sense of humility here. He's the King of Wands also, or they are the King of Wands. The King of Wands is somebody who is not this, okay? In the reverse, yes, but no, this person has mastered it. You have as well. That's why you aren't impressed with egotistical things, right? Ego is like, I've got to dress the best and have the money and have this and all that. No, you're not impressed with that, and they aren't either. Which is also, and they were just showing me, because we were looking at that other card where the blessings, right? Find that again. The blessings, like when people see the two of you together, the connection is irrefutable. It's just there. I mean, the two of you are so grounded with one another and comfortable in your own skin. And what did you master in life before union? Completion, physical and spiritual integration, bliss, and higher self. So you guys mastered the ability to be in touch with your higher selves. Again, ties into that seeing with your heart, trusting your heart and loving and not being afraid to have wrinkles and age, and there's no ego there, right? So you learned how to love yourselves, which then in this turn has created bliss and blessings in this life, because if you're in union with self, love yourself, comfortable with yourself, what happens? It's a beautiful thing. You don't need someone to complete you. You are whole, and the two of you complement each other, which is what this connection is all about now in this life. Planning, strategize, focus on goals, communicate clearly, and hasty actions. So again, the two of you have really mastered the ability to kind of pull back, not act out of haste. I'm also hearing hasty words. So the two of you understand what it means to keep your trap shut and listen. I'm hearing listen to be heard. I'm seeing checklists. So I feel like the two of you mastered the ability to plan out your life, to focus on the goals needed in your life, what is needed for success in that life. And that's obviously, you'll see, you watch, it's going to bleed over into this life too. These lessons always do. So you guys mastered that. Awesome. Love it. So then let's look at what lessons you guys are learning now. Put these up here. So lessons in this life. What are you guys learning in this life? What is it that you're learning in this life? These are my Memento Mori cards. Oracle cards. They're scary accurate, I'm telling you. Based on my own past life images and memories, lessons. To help those here. So what lessons have you mastered or are you learning in this life? Pile 2, what lessons are you learning in this life? The two of you helping each other learn. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Gosh, my head is tingling just hugely right now. Oh, wow, see, this is like pile 1, got the same card. But let's start here. Devotion. Doesn't that tie beautifully into this blessings card, the connection that the two of you share? Deep love, soulmates, commitment, Victorian era roots, releasing jealousy and resentment, trusting the connection. So again, this could tie into ego, right? You learned to, in the life before you mastered, ego is jealousy, ego is resentment, ego is, needing to have the answers to every single thing. He hasn't texted me, oh my God, he doesn't like me, or, that codependency type thing, that's ego, right? Fear. So that past life lesson is carrying over because you mastered it then, and it's helping you in this life with your devotion lesson, okay? Devotion to one another. So, for example, let's say maybe because he's a King of Wands, right? He, she, the energy, King of Wands, and I I felt a flirtatiousness, right? A very charismatic. Well, that could trigger jealousy in this life. And it's created that way to trigger that, so you learn that lesson, so you can trust it and understand that you mastered it before in the life before, so you can do it in this life as well. Okay? Devotion to one another. In the life before, ego, ego is about needing adoration, needing, to have like it would be the player, the Roman warrior player back in the day with this bevy of beauties. And in this life, that could trigger your fear that they're going to leave, right? Again, the codependency. So this is a lesson you're learning in this life, both of you, okay? You could also be drawn to Victorian programs. They're showing me Pride and Prejudice right now. You may love that show. Also, another one they're showing me is Somewhere in Time with Christopher Reeve. I personally love that movie as well. And releasing also any resentments that you may have, like with past marriages, connections. You may have been cheated on in this life, and the two of you are teaching each other what commitment and love really is, right? So that's gorgeous. And then death. And so again, red, root chakra, look into healing root chakra issues, and solar plexus as well. Endings, transformation, past life, death, date, rebirth, and new beginnings. Yeah. So you guys are teaching each other how to transform your lives. I feel like the two of you inspire each other pretty significantly in one form or another. I feel like one of you is very quiet about it, meaning you don't like to talk about it. One of you, I feel, is very closed off emotionally. And the other one, whoever the feminine energy is, again, they love that you speak from the heart. You see with your heart. So there could be a lot of fear surrounding, again, being left. So in the lives before, there could be a lot of different lives where one of you died on the battlefield or died before the other and left the other in that life. And so that triggers a lot of hurt and fear of abandonment and rejection in this life. So that's what you're kind of working on, trusting and allowing things to transform, and the two of you helping each other with new beginnings. So that's beautiful. Love that. So then let's look at messages from your person. Messages from your person. What is it that they love about you? Messages from your person. What do they want you to know? What do they tell you? Messages from your person. I'm hearing the word coincidence. So maybe there's a coincidence how the two of you met, or coincidences in your lives. You find a lot of coincidences. Maybe you guys have lived a parallel life before you met each other, and then you're finding it out now. And you're like, oh, that's a weird coincidence. Clarity. You bring clarity to their life. You help them see things through a different point of view. You help them look at things from all angles, and vice versa. Again, what they love about you, right, is you are who you are. What are you? There's no games. There's no silliness. You are you. You don't play games. And they're telling you, I'm hearing, please keep being you. I'm also hearing, be patient with me. So maybe it frustrates you that maybe they aren't as open as you are. I'm also hearing, I'm trying. So maybe you're showing them some things, trying to bring some clarity into their life. Because again, you guys do inspire one another. This also reminds me of like a dragon orb. If anybody has read the Dragonlance novels, you'll know what I'm talking about. So maybe the two of you are into fantasy books, you know, like Dragonlance, Lord of the Rings, things like that. Green could be somebody's favorite color. Boundaries. I'm hearing, don't be afraid to set boundaries. I feel like some of you have, whoever's watching, okay, I feel like this is going two different ways. There's two messages here. This goes back to them saying, be patient with me. They're trying. I feel like they may have people around them they're trying to set boundaries with, and they're trying to figure out a good way to do it without, I'm hearing the word, without being an asshole. So they are trying to set some boundaries and trusting the signs and synchronicities that they've been given. Also, too, they want you to know it's okay to set boundaries as well. I'm also hearing set boundaries with them. So maybe you bend over backwards for this person or do a lot for this person. They want you to know they understand if you say no. So maybe you're afraid to say no to this person. And that, again, is, you know, going to be one of the lessons, right, that you teach each other. Alexander, my cat jumped up here again. They may do things to get you, you know, like the last straw, and you finally do say no. But it's okay to say no, I'm hearing. They're not going to cut you off. Also, too, some of you maybe work with, it looks like a stag's head, how her hands are. That's so weird. Some of you also, too, may work with esoteric. You may be tarot readers. You may be clairaudient, clairsentient, have the clair abilities. They find this incredibly sexy, just so you know. It turns them on. You are incredibly different to the rest, I'm hearing. They love, also to infinity. I'm hearing maybe some of you have an infinity tattoo or an infinity symbol. I'm also hearing to infinity and beyond, so maybe Toy Story is significant. Buzz Lightyear. Messages. Oh, animals. Okay. You have a real connection with animals, or they associate a certain animal with you when they see a certain animal, and it's going to be a wolf. That's so interesting. When they see a wolf, they think of you. Also, too, I'm looking at this owl, and also there's a black cat. Okay, this is kind of creepy because I have a black cat. So some of you may own a black cat. Some of you may have owls in your house. But you are also, you're very connected to animals. They associate a wolf with you. I'm hearing she-wolf. Lone wolf also. That's weird. I got that in the first one. They like the fact that you aren't afraid to be alone. I'm hearing as well. You are not afraid to stand your ground and do your own thing. And they want you to understand. And I'm also hearing, I don't do that. To that. I mean, that can mean anything, right? So I feel like if some of you are thinking that I feel like some of you think or worry that maybe they're out catting around or screwing around. They don't do that. They're dedicated to themselves. I'm also hearing they're dedicated to their pets. They may have pets that may help them with certain things, but they're connected to their animals. I feel like they may have, I'm hearing PTSD, so maybe they have animals to help them with that. But they send you signs through animals as well. So if you see wolves, if you see owls, that's significant. That's them trying to tap in and tell you, hey, I'm here. If you're feeling like, you know, things aren't, if you start to worry, they send these images to you. I'm seeing an owl feather. a wolf print, like a paw print in the mud. So yeah, I love that. And then let's get how they see you. How do they see you? They see you. When they look at you, how do they see you, pile 2? Wow. Ladybug may be significant to some. Good luck. You're a bright energy. Let worry go. Be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. You bless the world with color and good luck. They love you. They feel so lucky to have found you. They see you as somebody who's also very fortunate, somebody who is beautiful and kind, caring, giving, always helping others. But again, and red may be significant, and ladybugs may be significant to you. So how do they see you as well? Cougar, assertive cougar. You're kind of a coug, a hot coug. Which ties in with the age, right? You're a hot cougar. I'll help you in a moment, Jen. In silence, you find power, claim your leadership role, and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. They are so highly impressed with your ability to just be you, to go through life with such grace and dignity, just like a cougar, right? And cougars are solitary animals as well. Your ability to handle yourself, do your own thing. They see you, and cats are also incredibly sensual. They move very, wow, okay, so they're showing me a fairly racy image, someone on a bed just kind of arching their back, like maybe you guys just finished and you feel cat-like and you stretch. Maybe it's something you guys talk about. You could use the word for the female area a lot that starts with the P. Pussycat. You guys, I may use that word a lot, maybe significant. But they see you as just magnificent. I'm hearing magnificent. Browns and blues may be your color as well. Earth and sky. I'm hearing sea and sand, or sand and sea. Some of you may have blue eyes as well. This person is just, your guys' connection is so strong. It's so beautiful. Pile 2, that's amazing. You may be connected to, feel a strong connection to southwestern or can't I think of the word now? Pacific Northwest native artwork, totem poles. Yeah, they love your independence. They see you as just an absolutely magnificent, independent cougar. So those are your messages, pile 2. Okay, so this is for those who picked pile 3, and I had to do I had to stop and restart the video, so I appreciate your patience. So this is whoever picked pile 3. This came from Ireland. My daughter brought it back. It's just some random stick. She thought it was a bone at first, and then she picked it up, and it's like, oh yeah, it's just a stick, but it's okay. So you may have some connection to Celtic type imagery, or you just may be drawn to that, or to that country. Maybe you come from that country, your person does. I will say, in meditating and connecting with the cards, I was being shown some castle ruins, holy wells. If you're not sure what a holy well is, look that up. Very important to Celtic and Picts, and I don't want to call them witches, but healers. So you may be someone in divination, like I've seen somebody who divines with water, scrying as they call it. So you may be somebody who does that yourself. And they're also showing me a big book, an ancient book. Some of you may have old book collections, be drawn to ancient writings, knowledge, things like that. And of course, they're showing me a 4-leaf clover. And I always start to get itchy when I do these readings. So I'm sorry if you see me constantly doing that. So let's look and see who is your person, okay? So the first card, this is your person, okay? Do you see that? This is the 3 of Cups. So they could be a water sign. And this is my Outlander deck, by the way, that I made. So the 3 of Cups, they could be water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but this is a friendship. So you guys could have a solid foundation of friendship built, or maybe you guys are very celebratory. This person likes to go out, have a good time. I feel that they're very connected to family, very social person. I get an image of somebody who's always laughing. Also, too, I feel like some of you, if this person does drink, they may get a little too in their emotions, and one of those people that they just get really sad about certain things. They may have multiple people in their lives. I mean, I hope that doesn't resonate, because I certainly, you know, that's never a fun situation if there's multiple people that they're connecting with romantically. Also showing me somebody, I'm seeing a boat, a speedboat. They're showing me a man getting on a speedboat, bare feet. There's something about the feet, they're bringing that to my attention. Like they have really big feet or long toes. You guys may like to go out on a boat. So you may live in an area where it's warm, like California, Florida, someplace like that. I'm hearing tropics. So maybe some of you have visited the tropics, Hawaii maybe, you know, the islands. They are showing me like tropical drinks, you know, like, and I am seeing palm trees and things on like a veranda. A wind is blowing in the trees. It's beautiful. Golfing. I don't know, maybe you guys go golfing. I feel like there's a lot of fun with this person. They're a lot of fun. They have a lot of good ideas. Footloose and fancy free, I'm hearing. So that's your person. Overall energy of the connection. Career. So this could be someone you work with. This could be somebody who is an entrepreneur as well, I'm getting. So career. This connection, you guys may be partnered together in creating something. But career talks about, I mean, literally that's it, you know, focusing, climbing the ladder. So, you know, this connection could be on pause a little bit. Somebody could be focusing more on their work. And I'm seeing this rainbow here too. It's really pretty. Rainbows may be significant. But it's climbing the ladder. Also too, I feel like the I also feel like hearing someone's boss. Oh, are you hooking up with your boss maybe? Is this someone's boss? You're moving forward. Moving forward. I don't know, for some of you, maybe it feels like a job, you know, with this person. transactional. I'm hearing transactional. That's kind of an unemotional type thing. So that could apply for a very small few of you. I feel like there's a lot of money involved in this connection. I feel like this connection is very flashy. A lot of going out, a lot of doing things. But it suits this connection. So whoever picked 3, I mean, this suits you, right? This suits you and your person, because they're going. There's somebody who is a lot of fun. And also, too, I feel like this connection is a lot of work. Like, it's a career, right? Like, it's a lot of work. I feel like it's a lot of work trying to find time to spend with one another, because I do feel that the two of you are always going or doing. Or this person just could be on the run all the time. And I don't mean running from you. I just mean always going. So it's a good connection. It's a fun connection, but it does take some effort. What they love about you. Card number 21, which breaks down to a 3. Know your power. So yeah, I feel like whoever picked number 3, you're very much this reminds me of a Sagittarius. It's, obviously it's a horse. It's a flaming horse. So you could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, whoever's watching this, or you may have a lot of that in your chart. You know how to get things done. Again, this feels very power couple-y, right? Like, when you guys are together, it's a blast. You guys are always doing fun things. But when you're not, you both are very focused on work, career, getting things done. And you know what you want. You know your power. You aren't afraid to say no. Also, too, you can have red hair. Or you may have red highlights. I don't know. That's coming through. Your favorite color may be red or orange. There's something about the color orange here. Well, that's your sacral chakra. So, maybe some healing needs to be done there. That's sexual. So, they could very much love your sexual aggressiveness. You could be somebody who is into the, dominatrix side of things, and they love that about you. Or you could be the submissive. I feel more like this is more like you're the dominant one there. But they love that about you, that you are not afraid to tell them like it is. I feel like they deal with a lot of yes men, and so to have somebody actually tell them like it is, they love that. They love that about you. I feel whoever you are here, you're very independent as well. They're showing me a woman with a lot of bags, shopping bags. So maybe you have a lot of money, your own money, and you've worked very hard for it, and you're getting in a really posh little car. Again, very warm area. Feels very much Californian, actually. So they love that about you, that you do your own thing, you are who you are, and you're not afraid to speak your mind. You guys may have some very heated arguments, but that always ends up well, if you know what I mean. So that's what they love about you. Okay? And also, too, you may love horses. All right. So let's look at past life lessons that you have mastered, that the two of you have mastered, okay? That are going to bleed over into this life, into the lesson you're learning now. So let's look at that. Okay? Let's look at that. Past life lessons for pile number 3. Past life lessons for pile number 3. Lessons that you've mastered. Well, there you have it. Know your power. The sacral chakra, right? There it is. Sexuality, fantasize, revel in your sensuality, flirt, be comfortable in your nakedness. You are not afraid of sex. You got no problem saying yes, no, or get on your knees. So you've mastered that. Also, too, what this talks about is not caving in, right? So somebody who hasn't mastered that would be somebody who just gives it away. This is somebody who is discerning, right? It's quality over quantity. All right. So that's beautiful. And you're comfortable with your body. You're comfortable with your sexuality. You're not afraid to talk about it, explore, you know, your fantasies with your lover. But you don't give it away. Okay. There's a big difference there. It's immature. Okay. Immature sexuality is somebody who has, you know, like daddy mommy issues, and they're just screwing whoever it is just to do it. So good job. That's awesome. Oh. So yeah, I may really be tapping in here to divine twin flame connections, because the first one had this also. It doesn't surprise me. I mean, I am one myself, so you know I'm going to channel that stuff. So divine masculine, stable, protector, integrity, intelligent problem solver, allow yourself to feel. So the two of you have mastered this for sure. As far as handling your own self, your own business, taking charge, doing your own things. And my youngest daughter just woke up. She's going to need my help. I'm so sorry. So that's beautiful. So that it's going to bleed over to this life as far as your independence. Thank you, honey. So that's amazing. You take care of yourself. You know what to do. And okay, so again, not necessarily drawn to the bottom of the deck for these readings, but I am with this one too. Instincts. Can you see that? Like the herbs and things. I remember I was seeing the holy wells and scrying and stuff. So you may be drawn to esoteric and herbal things. Maybe you utilize, I know, honey, I'll help you. Maybe you utilize alternative healing, but trust your instincts, okay? Embrace that, research it if you're interested, because this is stuff from lives before, okay? This is past life stuff. You have this knowledge in you, so utilize it, okay? This is kind of overall too. Trust your instincts. Trust your inner knowing. You have that gift, okay? If you've ever wondered about it, this is some confirmation for you. If you've ever wondered, how do I always want teas? I love teas, or I love, you know, plants. I'm seeing somebody with a large plant collection in their house. I'm also seeing somebody with a greenhouse. It's interesting. Like with exotic flowers. So that's awesome, you guys. That's beautiful. Okay, so let's see what lessons in this life. What are you dealing with in this life, okay? What is the lesson in this life for pile number 3? Way too many. Okay, if these pop out again, then it's meant to be here. So bottom, overall encouragement to keep going, never give up, remember your mission, release victimhood, on the right track, and spiritual strength. That really coincides with these other cards. And the military or Marines may have some significance to you. So overall, what you guys are learning here is don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your connection. Things may be difficult. I feel like a lot of you have scrambled up through the ranks, you know, and I shouldn't say scrambled, but I mean like worked really hard to get to where you are. Sometimes you may feel like the world is against you. That's the victimhood thing, but you're doing the right thing. You are on the right track because, so, and again, this ties into what you were learning, right? or what you mastered in the other life. So you're bringing that knowledge forward for these lessons now. Spirit guide, inner voice, intuition, go within to find comfort and counsel, spiritual protector and confidant. So you guys are working on some spirituality in this life, finding your inner guidance. And remember at the bottom of the deck, the other one was instincts, right? And so you're being pushed to look within, to heed those little nudges. Maybe, when you get that sense of, okay, I need to turn right instead of left, but you ignore it, you push it down. Maybe you're like, oh, it's just a coincidence, or something along those lines, right? Or maybe you have a real hard time believing in the magic of things. So that's what you're working on in this life. And so things are going to be presented to you. This is going to push you to believe, to do, to explore, okay? Getting in touch with your spirit guides, meditation, I think is important for this group. Also, too, feeling like you have to do things on your own. That ties into the victimhood, the spiritual strength. Maybe you come from a family that is very strictly Catholic, or very strictly, or maybe they see tarot as the devil or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So spirituality versus religion, they're two different things in my mind. Again, that's me. So working on that. And then this is I'm telling you, every one of these readings, the past lives that you've mastered tie into this life's lessons every single time. Here we have ego, okay? Pride, sense of power, bragging, self-destructive behavior, rage, need for adoration, and practicing humility. This ties into the sexuality card that you had before, and this, and knowing your power as well, right? And the Three of Cups, your person's always out, fancy feet, footloose, fancy free. So, there could be a lot of partying, a lot of drinking, a lot of, I would hope not a lot of sleeping around, because it's just not good for you, but that's what you're working on in this life, right? And so somebody could be acting out this, which could be pushing the other person to do this, which ties into the divine masculine, that you mastered in the life before, taking control and drawing on that strength and understanding, and being balanced. So, there may be anger issues. This also, ego is also appearances, right? So, when they were showing me someone shopping, so, some of you may have a toxic habit of over shopping, right? Or feeling like you have to have top of the line everything to be beautiful, right? And maybe that's part of the thing that's happening now, whereas in the life before you'd mastered that, I am who I am, my sexuality, I'm beautiful. And now maybe in this life, you don't feel beautiful unless you have, the best of this, the best of that. It's all superficial, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so that's one of the lessons that you're learning in this life. And your other person, your person too, feeling like they need to have a crowd around them at all times. Like I need to travel and live the posh life so that people like me and accept me, okay? And your guides are trying to come in and say, yeah, no, you don't need that. But you are on the right track, though. That's the important thing to remember. When you start to feel kind of, again, like that person, I feel like they get kind of caught in some sadness at times. You chose this, okay, to push yourself, to push these lessons. And you do have some spiritual strength. You have a lot of spirituality around you, and it's very ancient. So, look into that if you're interested. There's lots of information out there. I feel like some of you have maybe thought about creating a deck, or maybe even buying your first tarot deck. Do so, all right? Everybody's got to start somewhere, and you would be surprised. Okay, I didn't have anybody teach me anything. You just, if it's in you, you just know and trust it. That's the other thing. So let's get some messages from your person. Messages from your person. Messages from your person. 3, what do they want you to know? What do they want you to know? What do they want to tell you? What do they want to tell you? What do they want to tell you? Messages from your person. I'm hearing never give up. I'm hearing the word that song "I Have a Tiger" by Survivor from was it Rocky 3? Rocky 3 movie. Maybe they're a boxer. They want you to lighten your load. So yeah, again this ties into kind of them too. You do a lot for a lot of people. I feel like you put a lot of what is that word? Responsibility. You pile it on yourself. They're wanting you to let go of some of that stuff. Lighten your load. You don't always need to be burning the midnight oil, I'm hearing. So I feel some of you may work a lot of hours, work late, but you feel like you have to do that, right? You don't. And they want you to lighten your load. Let things go a little bit. Be a little more silly. Wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. Healing. I want you to look at this card. If that doesn't look like somebody who is into esoteric herbs, scrying, getting in touch with earth, healing. They want you to heal. You have some wounds in you that need to be healed. I'm seeing somebody and this could be a life before. One of the long white gowns and peasant. I'm hearing peasant. But you have your feet in the grass and the earth. And this feels very, so this very well could be over there in Ireland, Scotland, one of those areas, because they're showing me the rocky seashores and the sea. And I'm actually hearing birds that's in the waves. I don't normally hear. That's interesting. Not the scenes. I usually just see pictures. So yeah, get yourself grounded, which this just really ties into lighten your load. So, you could be the one who is struggling, the one who is the overworker. They do love that you know your power and you know how to get things done, but they're also wanting you to heal. Also, too, I feel like you are very healing to them. And if you are the one telling them to lighten their load, they appreciate that. But, the two of you are very healing to one another, but I feel like they do want you to take time out for yourself as well. But I'm just simply hearing the word thank you. So some of you have done something recently that really helped this person. If they haven't told you thank you, maybe it's hard for them to speak their truth. They're telling you thank you. Messages. And also, too, this could be them trying to tell you that they are healing. Please understand that they are healing. And they're doing what they can to make it better. There's a lot of power here with this pile number 3. Empowerment. I mean, wow. Again with the fire and the heat. I feel like you motivate this person because they are kind of footloose and fancy free. It's like you keep them grounded, like it's so interesting, the yin and yang of connections that are meant to be together, right? They teach you how to have fun, and you teach them how to chill out and manage their money. I don't know why I just hear that, manage their money. So they love your how you empower yourself, how you empower others. I'm hearing too. Maybe you're a motivational speaker or something. I really feel like whoever is tapping in here, some of you are kind of high profile out there in the public. You know, kind of ties in with the public profile or the, you know, high profile. Wow, I can't speak. You know, the traveling that I was seeing, you know, the verandas, the boats and things like that. So you empower them and they appreciate that very much. And you empower others, but they also too want you to not forget to, I keep hearing, take time out for yourself. Please, for the message. Wow, okay. Yeah, I feel like this person worries about you. I feel like they worry about your health, well-being, and they may have even said as much. And this has everything to do with getting grounded, getting into the earth, feeling the earth, pulling up her energy, healing your energy. You know, they want you to take care of yourself. And this could be something that they're going through too. But I hear, look at the stars. Look at the stars. I don't know, maybe you guys go for walks at night or walk on the beach or something and look at the stars. That could be significant to some of you. Butterflies could be significant to some of you as well. But well-being. They love your light. I'm really driving. This card is just beautiful. Right? But they love your light. That's my daughter. And it feels very magical. You feel very magical to them. The connection feels very magical. It's good for their well-being. Again, I feel like the two of you really do heal each other and inspire one another. I'm seeing somebody with like those classic black sunglasses, like from Tom Cruise would wear, like the cheap sunglasses. I don't feel that they're cheap, but you know what I'm talking about, the black ones. It's a man, and he's just looking and smiling, like a real soft smile. Like, I feel like they look at you sometimes and they're so grateful. They're grateful to you. You assist them in their health and their well-being. I feel like they would be lost without you. I'm hearing that too, lost without you. And maybe they've said that. So those are all very beautiful messages. Pile 3, I hope that resonated with some of you. If it does, let me know. That's always fun, especially with the imagery. You never know who that's going to hit with, but always hits with somebody. So there you are. All right, so let's see. What does this person, how do they see you? Okay. How does this person see you? Pile 3, how does this person see you? How does this person see you, pile 3? I see that. Pronghorn, action. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with the confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. So this person sees you as incredibly successful. Okay, and it just ties in with all those other cards. You are very fast on your feet. You're quick thinking. I feel like they love your mind. You may not be a very emotional person, right? Like you're more intellectual. They are the cups one, you know, the more of the emotional side, the footloose fancy free. And you are they see you as somebody who is not afraid to go after what they want, and you get it. Your intelligence, your planning, you get to the top, right? Anything that you set your mind to, you get done. And that's amazing. Also, to Southwest, you may be drawn to the Southwest. Wyoming, you may be, or maybe you guys met in Wyoming. There may be a connection to Wyoming somehow. And you're very confident. You're very talented in what it is that you do. It feels like that no matter what you do it well. There's no half-assed with you. It's either, I'm not going to do it, or I'm going to do it, and if I do it, I'm going to kick its ass. I'm going to master it. So that's pretty awesome. And I feel like they, maybe you've even helped them as far as get a job or kind of get their finances in order. God, maybe you work for them. Maybe you're their bookkeeper or something. I don't know, but there's definitely a lot of finance and job, career-related stuff in pile 3. Independent businesswoman, I just heard. So they love this. They love this about you. Okay, so there you go.